and welcome to Joburg Today. My name is Dumin Hlapo, bringing you the latest of what's happening in and around Johannesburg. For those of you who don't know, next month is the Ecomobility Festival. We hear from our Executive Mayor Parks Tau for more.
The city of Johannesburg has formally launched the Ecomobility World Festival. This is in conjunction with Transport Month happening in October.
The Ecomobility Festival, which will take place in Transport Month in October this year, is about promoting eco-mobile solutions to mobility in Johannesburg. It's about creating opportunities for people to use public transport, to use bicycles, and to walk on our streets. We have identified a number of streets in Sandton that would be dedicated to public transport. So you'd have a dedicated public transport loop in Sandton so that you create greater ease for people to go in and around of Sandton.
We will definitely be having the BRT and we will have Metro Bus. We do have public transport operators like Patco, the minibus taxis, meter taxis, and we will have a dedicated internal route for public transport, walking as well as cycling. So that will remain as a legacy project after we close the festival at the end of October.
For us, it's a festival. It's about celebrating alternative modes of transport and being able to actually access your city without sitting in congested traffic during the peak hours in Johannesburg.
The city's future plans include rolling out the system around some parts of Johannesburg. I'm Mpomashego for Joburg Today.
How's it? This is Zion, and you are watching Joburg Today.
Like us on Facebook, joburgtoday.tv, and follow us on Twitter at Joburg Today. If you're one of those that are always on the move, do catch us on pockettv.mobi, and that's pocket with an I. So we've heard from our mayor, but we took to the streets of Joburg to hear some of your preparations and plans on lanes being closed in Sandton.
I think it's a good initiative, given that Sandton is got all this construction going around. I mean, after 5 o'clock, it takes you an hour to get out of here. So between using a Gautrain and the buses and the taxis, I think, it's a good initiative to support. Look, I think it's the right time to start using public transport. So I'll be using public transport. I mean, government has spent a lot of money investing in public transport. So I think it's actually time to use public transport.
We're having to put off our end of October sale because of the closure of the roads. And we're having it the first weekend in November. So it is a nuisance, but we're living with it. How we'll get here to do our work here at the library is still to be organized, but we live in faith.
That is a big issue because I'm on meter cap shuttle service. We don't know what is going to happen. We're just waiting until for the next month. I think the traffic is bad, yes, it's true about it. I don't think it's going to be a big deal because as long as there is no traffic, maybe there will be improvement in our industry also.
I think they didn't think about the people that actually work in Sandton City. They just made a decision without actually consulting the people.
They're adding some cycle lanes for the guys, I believe, to encourage them to cycle to work, which is a good thing. I think they're making lanes available, or a lane, dedicating a lane for public transport. So they'll encourage the guys to make use of buses instead of blocking up the roads with traffic and cars coming in every day and spending hours and hours in congested traffic. The initiative is fantastic, and I think everybody's embracing it.
I'm John Terode, and you're watching Joburg Today.
While some are stuck in bumper-to-bumper traffic, others, like the Rex family, bypass that irritation by using Joburg's cycle lanes.
We're here with the Rex family, who all use bicycles to commute to and from school and work.
Started commuting. I did a job in London about 10 years ago, and there it's a lot easier to use a bicycle than to use either the public transport, especially after the bombings on the underground. You arrived at work feeling less stressed than if you drove there, and it's just in a much better position to cope with the stresses of day-to-day work. Joburg is a little bit hilly, basically, very suburban, and the distances are quite long. So, those are the biggest challenges. I feel it's actually safer now than it was 30 years ago, in the sense that there's so much traffic calming and road closure that actually, if you pick your route and plan your route carefully, it feels very safe to me, and definitely safer than it was in London.
It's healthier for a start, but it's more enjoyable than riding in the car. It gets me going for the day, really. I guess traffic is a problem. Not so much as cars going too fast, but going through high traffic areas, cars are a bit inconsiderate on the road. Riding, it's fun. The wind through my hair, it's nice.
I think that it's a good thing to do in terms of my carbon footprint. It keeps me fit, it gets me to work quicker, and I don't have to sort of stress in traffic, really. I feel quite safe on the road. The taxi drivers are my best, they're very aware of me. I absolutely love the freedom it gives me. I have a very lovely commute. It's oak-lined and jacaranda canopied, and it just feeds my soul.
As you can see, driving is not the only form of effective transport. In many cases, cycling is healthier and faster for you and the city of Johannesburg. I'm Suyo Matebula for Joburg Today.
Hi, I'm Samantha Jessamine and you're watching Joburg Today.
That's it from today's show. Do check out our playlist as well as our latest episode of Leading Opinion. From myself, Dumi Hlapo, I leave you with White Boy Blues by Deep Fried Man.
Back in ETV.
Woke up this morning in a Tuscan villa. Our president still isn't Helen Ziller. I'm scared this country's turning into the next Zimbabwe, so I spend my time looking for clues. I think I've got a bad case of them white South African blues. They say I'm privileged, and I guess that's true. But I pay my taxes, and I don't see nothing improve. The electricity price is outrageous, and it's going up by 15%. And my neighbor Yanni says all the money's just gonna go towards more Labola for our president. It seems our way of life is under attack. My gardener's from Malawi, they sent him back. And every time my domestic worker rearranges my closet, I can't find my shoes. I'm no closer to finding a cure to these white South African blues. There's a poor selection of organic veggies at Pick and Pay. I'd rather go to Woolies, but I'm meant to stay away. Their economic equity policy makes me so mad I could phone into 702. Well, is there any wonder that this white boy is feeling blue?